Hi friends, welcome to our channel Learn with MSU. In the last session, we discussed about what is meant by AI and then we defined what is meant by an agent. So in this session, we will discuss about two important topics, characteristics of agent and structure of agent. So let's move on to this session. So as we discussed earlier, an agent is anything that can perform any task. An agent receives the percept sequence from the environment by using sensors. Sensors are any kind of input tools, and then by using the agent function, it processes the percept sequence and performs the actions to the environments by using effectors. Effectors are used to perform any kind of action. This is what we are going to call it as a intelligent agent, or simply we can call it as an agent. So we will discuss about few characteristics of an agent. First characteristics is a situatedness, which means that an agent must be situated into a particular thing. That is, the agent must receive the sensor input from the environment and then it has to perform the action and changes the environment in some way. This is what the first main important characteristics of an agent. That is the characteristics which we are calling it as situatedness. And then second important characteristics of an agent is autonomy, which means that agent is able to act without direct intervention from humans or other agent. The agent can able to perform their action individually, not depending upon any other. The agent can able to perform the action by its own. For example, we can consider driverless car. It can perform autonomous action without considering anyone. That is what the second characteristics. And third important characteristics is adaptability, which means that the agent is capable of reacting flexibility to changes. Whenever if there is any changes in the environment, the agent must adapt to the environment. That is what the important property, adaptivity. And then fourth one is a sociability, which means that agent is capable of interacting with other agents and human. So if there is any agent is available which performs an action, the agent has successfully communicate with other agent or it can communicate with humans. So these are the four important characteristics of an agent. And then we will define two important types of agent. First agent is a rational. We heard about this term rational. Rational means that always performs the right action. A rational agent is an agent which takes the right action for every perception. That is what we are calling as a rational agent. So it maximizes the performance measure. The agent must be most successful. This is what we are calling as a rational agent. So agent which performs always the right action. You can use this word for rational. This is what we are calling as a rational agent. Omniscient agent is an agent which knows the actual outcome of its action in advance. So but building up this kind of action is very difficult. Omniscient agent means that if we perform this action, what should be the outcome? If we know this, then that kind of agent is omniscient agent. Suppose let us consider a chess game. You can say it as a rational agent. So for every move, there are number of moves are available. Let us consider n number of moves are there. You can't predict all the n number of moves. That is what we are calling as a rational agent. Omniscient agent is, suppose if we consider a tic-tac-toe game. So tic-tac-toe game, there are only few moves are there. Only there are 9 places are there. So for every move, you can able to identify maximum 8 different moves are available. So that kind of agent we are calling it as an omniscient agent. But such agent is impossible in the real world. That is what the omniscience agent. And then the rationality of an agent. So whether the agent always performs the right action or not, that is what which is defined by using four important terms. First one is the performance measures that defines the degree of success. So how we are measuring the performance, or otherwise we can call it as what is the degree of success. Suppose if it is a taxi driver agent, we identified that one of the performance measures are speed. So let us consider the speed is maximum or normal or minimum, or we can consider it as slow. Suppose if you want to catch up a train, your degree of success should be maximum. Suppose if you are going to a hospital with a patient, means the degree of success should be slow. So with respect to this degree of success, the rationality of an agent will vary. So this is what the first one, the performance measure. And second one is everything that the agent perceived so far. That is what we are calling as a percept sequence. Depending upon the input also, the rationality of an agent is there. So for a taxi driver, first and foremost you have to tell that for which place you have to reach. Without telling that, the agent can't perform this. So percept is second important one. And then third one is what the agent knows about the environment. So from the environment, the agent has to receive all the percept sequence. It has to know about the environment. Suppose for a taxi driver agent, the agent knows what is the traffic and then what kind of roads are available. If you move to this particular road, what are the different options are there. That is what the agent information about the environment, and then the actions the agent can perform. So for every input, how the agent is performing, that is what the actions they can perform. Depending upon these four important criteria, the rationality of the agent will be determined. Then the most important thing is the structure of an intelligent agent. The main job of AI is to design an agent function. So what is meant by agent function is a function that implements agent mapping from percept to action, which means that you can consider as a if condition rule. If this is your percept, what is the action you have to perform? If I receive the first percept, I will perform action number 1. If I receive the percept number 2, I will perform the action number 2. Let us consider for a taxi driver agent, for a signal, if I receive a red color signal, I have to perform the stop action. If I see the yellow color signal, I have to ready for the drive, and if I receive the green color signal, I want to move. That is what we are calling as a agent function, mapping from percept to action. And what is a agent program is implementation of this agent function is called as a agent program. It may be written in any kind of language. So an agent program that will run in an architecture. So we need a program that will be run in a computing device. That is what we are calling as an architecture. We will redefine what is meant by an agent. An agent is a combination of architecture and then a program. So program is a implementation of agent function. Agent function is a mapping from percept to action, and this program will be executed on this architecture. That is what we are calling it as an agent. Suppose let us consider a vacuum cleaner world agent. There are two different rooms are available, A and B. The automated vacuum cleaner, it may be present in only any one of the room, A or B. The room may contain a dust or dirty, or it may be clean. So let us consider this is actually a agent program. So function vacuum cleaner agent, it takes the location and status of the room and returns an action. If status equal to dirty, then it performs a suck operation, that is it will perform the clean operation. If the location is A, it will move to the right action. If the location is B, it move to the left action. Suppose let us consider, now according to this diagram, the status is dirty, so it will execute the suck action. After that, this dirt will be cleaned. So location equal to A means then it will move to the right, so it will move to here, and once again the status become dirty, so it will execute the suck action. So this is what we are calling it as a agent program. So it will continuously execute this without knowing anything. That is what we are calling as one of the simple example of agent program is a vacuum cleaner world agent. Still we will discuss about these vacuum cleaner agent in the next video lecture. Then we will discuss about different structure of an agent or types of agent program. Depending upon the program which we are going to write, the agent will be classified into 5 different types. Simple reflex agent, model based agent, goal based agent, utility based agent, and learning agent. So obviously learning agent is completely different from all these 4 types. So we are looking for this learning agent. So we will discuss one by one. So what is meant by a simple reflex agent is, the most basic form of agent is called as a simple reflex agent. This is very simple minded, direct connection between percept and action. Agent acts according to the current percept only and no attention to the rest of the percept history. So this is what a simple reflex agent, condition action rule, if condition and so mainly it is working in the mechanism of condition action rule. If condition is occurred, this action will be performed, nothing more than that. It will not worry about the percept history. So this is the architecture diagram of simple reflex agent. So it will receive the sensors, by using sensor it receives the percept sequence, what is the world is like now, and then it having the condition action rules and what action I do now. So actuators, by using the actuator it will perform the action. Simple reflex agent. Suppose let us consider a scenario. So if you are traveling to any one of the place, if a car in front of is braking, then you have to initiate the braking. That is what we are calling it as a simple reflex. Another one best example of a simple reflex agent is a vacuum cleaner world agent. It will not worry about how long it worked and what is the electricity needed. So if there is only 3 possible actions are there. If the current status is dirt, it will perform suck operation. If it is location A, it will move to right. If it is location B, it will move to left. That is what we are calling as a simple reflex agent. So it will receive the input, depending upon the input, it will perform the action. And second, and this is agent program for a simple reflex agent. It will receive the state, interrupt input, percept, it will identify the state, and then with respect to that state it will identify the rule which is matched from the rule set, and then it will execute the action. This is what a simple form of simple reflex agent. And then there is another one type of agent. Second most important agent is a model based agent, reflex agent with internal state. That is also we can call. It is another similar to simple reflex agent, but it should contain the earlier percepts. So what are the input they received, as well as it will maintain as internal state, that is maintaining the percept history, and then what are the actions we can perform. If you perform this action, what should happen, it will contain that informations also. That is what we are calling as a model based agent. So it receives the input, what is the world is like now, and then it will maintain an internal state, how the world evolves, how we reach this state, and then what my actions do. So if I perform this action, what is going to happen, and then depending upon that it will choose the action. That is what we are calling as a model based agent. Suppose let us consider if there are two cars are there. If the blue car wants to overtake the red color car, at the same time red color car is putting the right hand side indicator, so that it will create an internal state. So here this red color car is initiating the right side indicator. So if we want to overtake now, there is a possibility of accident, so we are not going to do this. This is what we are calling as a usage of the internal state. So by using these percept history, it will not perform that action now. After this red color car turning right, it will perform the executed action. This is what we are calling as a model based agent. So before executing this, it will maintain the internal state. So the same kind of program, so which we are updating the current state with the percept history, and then we are matching the rule, and then the state will be updated. After executing that action, the state will be updated. That is what the model based agent. And then even though simple based and then model based are efficient, we need goal to achieve. So we need a goal based agent. The agent must know more than a current state of the environment. They must know full requirements of the goal. That is what we want to achieve, that agent must identify. That is what we are calling as a goal based agent. So it combines the information of goal with possible actions. If I want to reach out this goal, what are the different actions we want to do? Suppose if you want to move from one place to other place, suppose if you are meeting in a junction, means we can be able to turn left, or you can be able to go straight, or you can be able to turn right. So that if there is a goal state is available in this location, the agent has to move straight. That is what we are calling as a goal based agent. Whatever the action it will do, it will always look for the goals. Depending upon the goals, it will choose the next action. So the agents are updated one by one, and then the last one in the similarity is a utility based agent. Even though if you are reaching out a goal state, the goal must be a efficient one or optimal one. Type of agent are concerned with the performance measure. The agent select those actions which maximizes the performance measure. So for a taxi driver agent, so we want to reach out a place, so depending upon the place, it will identify the performance measure. Depending upon that performance measure, it will perform the action. Even though we want to reach out a goal state, it will use this. We will oftenly discuss about this utility. For every goal state, you will define this utility value. Utility value is actually a numeric value. Suppose let us consider for a taxi driver, or you can hear about different kinds of food delivery, Zomato and then Swiggy. So we will often give a rating for them. That is what we can call it as a utility value. So we want to reach out the maximum utility. They have to reach out the goal as well as they have to reach out the maximum performance. That is what we are calling as a utility value. So this is what, even though we want to reach this, if I execute this action, how happy I will be in such state. If I execute this action, how happy I am. That is what the most important though. What will be like if I do this action? So these kind of things will be taken care, and these kind of agents we are calling as a utility based agent. And this is completely contrast with all the different four. The learning agent, the agent which can able to perform the process of learning. That is what the important thing. So learning agent, normally all the humans are performing the learning one by one. So learning agent contain four important terms: learning element, performance element, and critic, and problem generator. So learning element is mainly responsible for making some improvements, and performance element is mainly using for executing the action. Critic is used to get the feedback. So if we execute this action, whether the actions are satisfied or not. That is what we are calling as a critic. And problem generator, which could lead to the new information experience. So this is what we are calling it as a learning agent. We will separately discuss about this learning agent in the successive lectures. So if you execute this action, depending upon the performance standard, it will receive the critic, and then depending upon the critic, the learning element will give the changes to the performance element, and depending upon the learning goals, problem generator will give the information to the problem element. Suppose if you have asked a taxi driver agent from 1 to 5 rating, if the taxi drivers receive the rating is 3, means this performance is very average. So the critic will give to the learning element, and learning element, which means that it will give the 3 rating to this performance element, and then it will changes the performance. This is what we are calling as a learning agent. We will discuss about this learning agent in the successive video lectures later. So if you are having any clarification or doubt, put it in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Still, if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe and like and share. Thanks for watching. Thank you.